Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lab Classic Remastered. This time we'll take a look at the 1994 Lister Storm V12. The Lister Storm, an iconic car to Gran Turismo for plenty of wrong reasons, because this car kind of got screwed over in the later games with having too much weight. But nevertheless, the Lister Storm. The only time this car was ever available as a road car in GT2, which I think is a huge shame, because the Lister Storm road car is exquisite. It is interesting. There is like 4 of these things in the world, and yeah, they just look awesome. I think it was the fastest 4-seater car on sale for a long time. Yeah, cool. A car that basically made a company, because Lister was a bit unheard of before this, and, well, unheard of completely after this. They make tuned F-paces now, I think. Anyways, this is far more exciting than that. Front-engined rear-wheel drive, 719 horsepower, 1,227 kilos. I don't think this is going to be a very fun car to drive, but we'll find out. This car is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi GTO LM Edition, set at 27.223, the Lister Storm, unlikely to beat that. I love the mid-exit exhaust, that is interesting. Does it make sense why we drove that Chimera last time out now? It was sort of a preparation for another sort of big British rear-wheel drive powerhouse, which is probably going to be awful to drive. This is one of those cars where, realistically, if this can get a good lap in, this will be a very quick car indeed, and if it can't, it will be a giant flop. A bit like, interestingly enough, one of its rivals from GT Racing, the Viper GTS. That set a time just... Woohoo. I think that's the first time I've almost lost the car through that section. That is interesting. Yeah, the Viper GTS is in the under 30 club somehow, because that just about stayed controllable enough over the course of a lap. I'm hoping the Storm can do the same. Should be able to. If you don't mind, I'm going to stick to second gear through this course. I don't think, you know, some of these cars, you get posts in the comments about, oh, if you do first gear more, you'd get around the course quicker. And usually I concede and say, hey, probably. In this case, I'm not conceding that. I'm just going to stay out of ever using first gear. Fortunately, the one thing this car does have is long gear ratios, which is good. That is what's probably keeping this run alive. I don't think this thing's beating the Viper. If it can get like one hell of a lap in, then maybe. The Viper, this is very different to how that Viper drove though. The Viper, yeah, you caressed it, but like the second gear in that Viper was really long, and you basically used the torque to pull it around a lap. Sort of similar to what we've seen with like Camaro Z28s and stuff like this. And you use like the huge rear tyres. This doesn't have that. This is just 29.59. Wow, okay. It did do it. And it could go quicker still. It's just about... Whoa, okay. It is about keeping this thing controlled around the lap. That is... Definitely lost it there. I think this could go quicker. A little bit quicker. Not by much, but... yeah, there's definitely some time in there, but that is a tricky car to drive. That really is a tricky thing to drive. The other thing, which I didn't speak about, is how huge this thing is. Like, it is a ginormous car, which really doesn't help. I mean, you know, almost 1,300 kilos, and, like, in terms of width, it's huge. So, that definitely not helping its case around here, but... We did get the lap out of it. I am happy. I think it could go quicker. To be honest with you, I think it probably could go significantly quicker if the traction's better. But we will take that from the Lister Storm. A 29 1.590 places this into 60th place. Goes in between the Mazda Speed RX-7 A-Spec and the Mitsubishi Galant VR4. Both of those were very yellow from what I remember, so good place for this to end up. It is quicker than most of the GTRs we've had, quicker than an Evo 3, quicker than a Roof BTR2, which is also clinically insane. Quicker than the Viper GTSR, so it's actually quicker than the racing version of the Dodge Viper, which is interesting, although that car was, much like this one, completely uncontrollable and was basically as quick as you could get out of it. In terms of cars like this, rear-wheel drive stuff, front-engine rear-wheel drive cars, actually I don't think there's that much at all that's beating this. This might be the quickest, or one of the quickest front-engine rear drive cars we've had. I won't hold too much of your time, but in terms of normal cars, I am inclined to say this might be the quickest front-engine rear-wheel drive car we've had that isn't a race car. Yeah, I can't see anything, so... Oh, Mazda Speed RX-7. Duh, it's in front of me. Brilliant. Wasted your time for nothing there. But yeah, no, the RX-7 A-Spec is quicker than this, but only fractionally, so... Really good job from the Lister Storm. I thought that was going to be a lot worse than it actually was, so yeah, good on you. Anyways, that is it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I will be driving something less insane, and I'll stop with the British cars. Until then, farewell.
Dreams are going. I won't let you play. Got up in a war that you are not part of. Eyes on the slit of your father with love.